I've trained calisthenics for 10 years. I've solely focused on strength. But what's on the other side? What can we learn from endurance? This is my journey to running a 70-kilometer ultramarathon in Japan. Okie dokie, boys and girls, it is day 57 of Road to Shimanami, and I'm already a couple sets deep into the workout, but today is kind of the same kind of recovery day as yesterday. So I'm gonna do, or I did my mobility and rehab for my feet already and my lower leg. Now I'm doing some mobility work for my legs in general with the pistol squat, some active mobility, because guess what? You have to be kind of flexible or very flexible, in my opinion, for the pistol squat. But that's what I'm doing right now. And when it comes to the pistol squat, even though this is only a body weight exercise, I think you can build your legs like to a very good level with only body weight if you use the pistol squats. Because guess what? Right now I'm only doing a couple reps. I'm only aiming to have kind of a stretch, right? But imagine that you're flexible and strong enough to do pistol squats without any assistance, without anything under your heel, and you're able to do it for hundreds of reps, in one workout. Like if you eat enough, of course you're gonna get swole as hell. We've all seen people with a huge chest and triceps and like arms in general and a back when they're doing hundreds of reps of pull-ups and dips and push-ups. But I think the same is gonna be true for your legs, if not even more so, because legs are made to do like heavy lifting or heavy stuff for a long time, right? We walk around all day, we run around all day. We had to, move around like a couple years ago, right? When we didn't have all the advanced technology. So I think the leg can respond just like your chest and your back to heavy, like good volume, right? And if you're doing the pistol squats, good volume, I think you're gonna build quite some muscle. But today that's not the objective, although it might become something. I might get into that in the future. It excites me just thinking about being able to do that many pistol squats. But anyway, for today, just a couple of reps each set, focusing on the mobility stuff. So yeah, let's do a couple more sets. Okie dokie, so I'm gonna do some isometrics, and basically that means holding a certain position. Because guess what? Oftentimes you will have these positions where you feel weak, you feel uncomfortable, or you might even feel some pain, and we tend to avoid those positions. But guess what? Let's say that you hurt your knee when you're in a pistol squat, or it hurts a little bit. You might, you're not going to get stronger by avoiding the position, right? So what you have to do is you have to find an intensity that will allow you to train the position a little bit with not too much pain, so that you can gradually get stronger at it, right? And once you get strong, then you will notice that the position doesn't hurt anymore. But it's just, the same with running as well. I started running 10 kilometers every day, and I got pain in my feet, in my shins, in my knees, and then you take care of those things, right? You do rehab exercises, you do strengthening exercises to basically patch up the weak spots in your body. And once you do that, you will notice that you're again able to do whatever you wanted to do, right? So here as well, I noticed that, of course, in the pistol squat, the most difficult position, flexibility-wise, of course, or at least is the bottom position. Strength-wise as well, maybe, but we're talking about flexibility. The most difficult position in the pistol squat is the bottom position, and I struggle to hold it. So what I'm gonna do is just some isometric to hold it for a longer time to get stronger at it. I'll use some assistance from the bar, but basically to help myself get stronger at this, weak link in my body. So let's go. Okie dokie, boys and girls. So I was a bit in the zone of the one arm hand balancing workout, one arm planches, one arm handstands. The handstands didn't go as planned today. I couldn't get my shoulder into the correct position. I just felt didn't feel like the flexibility was there today. But I do appreciate the fact that I was able to do this workout because guess what? Training is meditative, right? It has a meditating effect. All too often we are busy on our phones, busy doing whatever, trying to stimulate our brains 24/7. And I don't think that's necessarily very healthy. And trainings are these opportunities where you're just able to process whatever has been going on in your life. So it's the same with sleep, right? Where you go to bed and it's not like in your sleep your brain is doing nothing. In fact, it's processing a lot of the stuff that happened the day before. But when you wake up, you don't realize it. And in the same way, when you're training, you're just spacing out in your training, not doing anything at all during the rest periods, or you're going out for a run, not listening to any music or something. You're gonna get in this zone, right? In this zone of training, right? Whether it's zone two in the running where you're able to run but still breathe comfortably, or in your training, right? You're gonna get into this zone where you're able to think more clearly and you're thinking about a lot of stuff, but you will realize once your training is done that you don't really know what you were thinking about, but you feel refreshed. It's the same training as with or the same effect as this kind of sleep, right? Where this training has this meditating effect that will keep your body and your mind refreshed. You're putting strain on the body, but you're relieving the mind, and I think that's just another fun aspect of the training. But as it comes to today's hand balancing workout, even though it wasn't a success, I'm very happy that I did it because guess what? I've said it again. I'll said it before. I've said it before. I'll say it again. I should say, right? When it comes to training, if you're only gonna train when you're feeling 100%, if you're only gonna train when you're expecting to be at 100%, eventually you're gonna end up not training at all. Because guess what? If you don't put in the consistent work when you're feeling a little bit tired, if you don't put in the consistent work when things aren't going to plan, well, then your body won't have a lot of opportunities to adapt, right? It's the sucky workouts that you still do, that you still stay consistent with, that will, make your body adapt, like improvise, adapt, overcome, right? And make it stronger to have those workouts where everything goes as planned. But yeah, very happy with how today's workout went. Tomorrow will probably just be a regular planche workout, and then on Thursday we can do yeah a cheeky leg day again. I feel like my legs are kind of my legs are feeling okay. I'm still a bit tired, but yeah, I'm just gonna give it one more day. Usually I do the leg day on Wednesday, but I'm gonna give it one more day to be safe and do it on Thursday. So that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna have some chicken, a banana. That's very precise, and I'll see you tomorrow.